Hey people, how y'all doing? It's Sunday. I gotta look now because I'm 7th of February. My goodness. So it's snowing again. It's real light, but they're saying we're supposed to get another 4 or 5 inches today. So it's just sheltering in place. I really didn't intend to make a video today, but a big part of my day, as with a lot of people in this world, is getting online and seeing what's happening with other people. And received a couple of messages where people wrote and explained how the video helps has been helping them. So that encourage it's like, well, hell, okay, it's no big deal to just come on and say hello and just share a thought or two. I'll talk about some music, but I'll just riff like you do on the guitar. I'll just riff on my thoughts for a few minutes. Dreams are interesting and important, and I'm not a dream analyzer, although I did take a course in it a long time ago and kept a diary. But I've noticed in this last week I've had several dreams where I'm rescuing people, literally often part of a team where it's some kind of literal physical rescue where we're rescuing people. And I just noticed that this morning, waking up, that was happening again. Are the rescues successful? As far as I can ascertain, I'm waking up not in distress, so whatever we're doing must have been completed, or whatever it was, it didn't lead to this tragedy. I can say that much. I find that interesting. Regarding people, though, and the mind and everything, I want to just try to share this because it's something that I still work on. We're social creatures. We are actually a part of one another, literally. Science has taught it. And so the idea that we seek approval and the love of others, it's natural. But what also goes with that, since there's not a rule book, is we have to kind of work it out in our own way as we grow up. And a lot of people, a lot of us end up becoming prisoners of other people's thoughts. In other words, we are caught up in our own minds, completely consumed by what we think others think of us. Another way of putting it is that there are some folks who have allowed what other people say about them to define them. And I just think that it's important to share that this is something that you doesn't have to be. But a lot of people don't know it. They don't know that they have a choice, even though once you have a choice, it's not easy to change the way that you approach things, to change your mind. But as I've been learning this information over the years for my own benefit, it was pointed out to me in several different ways. When you're consumed with what others think of you and being worried about it and wanting their approval, it was pointed out to me that, okay, well, so say there's this person sitting over there on the other side of the room that has let you know that they don't approve of you. Well, they're over there and you're here, so they said it. Did it really change anything over here? Are you still able to sit here safe, be yourself, drink your coffee, whatever? Is everything okay? Yeah, and yet most of the time when something like that happens, when someone says something disparaging, our initial impulse is to take it personally. In other words, we internalize it. We don't even realize that's what we're doing. We take what they say and we make it our reality. This is just normal. But the deal is, the part that most people don't realize is, well, you have a choice. Now that you have internalized it, you have a choice. What you do with that information, you don't have to just take it on like, they said I'm shit, so I'm shit, which is what generally happens to us. Or if someone says, you're the best, I'm the best. Our way of processing things, isn't always so clear. And so the deal is like, why is it so important what someone else thinks about you when you don't live in their mind and they don't live in yours? And if you are the sort of person that's in this dilemma, think about it. Think about your efforts to try and make this person think about you differently. Does it work? It really doesn't. And then the other thing is, you can never know what's in their head because you're in your head. So why is their head more important than yours? This has really helped me and continues to help me. I live in this mind. This is my perspective. At no time, even people who really like me or love me or praise me, as well as people who send me negative energy, at no time am I going to be able to be living my life through you. Ever. It's always going to be me perceiving it through me. So ultimately, it's up to me how to feel and think about who I am. And consequently, you have that power too. I just see it all the time with some folks that I know. I know a lot of people, and people struggle with this in so many different ways. And it's like, there are a lot of cool ways of saying it. It's like, stop renting space in your mind for bad tenants. Easier said than done, but that's what I'd like to share today. Is it's important to have a good sense of self and to develop reasons. Think about it. It's like that reminds me of a musician I interviewed not too long ago for this podcast thing that got halted by COVID. But she's a brilliant musician, but she said, I just don't think about what I do. I just go ahead and do it. And I notice that other people do, and I don't, and I don't want to. It's like I see them, and they're ruminating about the reasons why this, why that. And I just do what I do. And if I decide I want to do this, I do it. And outside noise is outside noise. And the way that she described it, I thought was just really cool. It's like it's strong. It's like our reality is our reality. And so you have the right to feel good about yourself. You have the right to love yourself. It's helpful to everyone else when you love yourself and take care of yourself. So that's what I want to share. Giant Crab, old soul band, pop soul band that went into psych in the 60s. A giant crab comes forth. A couple of sets of brothers apparently made up this band. This sounds somewhere between Vanilla Fudge, the Buckinghams, Springfield Rifle. Spiral Staircase, actually. No, not Springfield Rifle. I do misspeak, folks, so, and I can be irritable about it, yes, because I've been on here a long time, and it seems like sometimes people, first time I hear from you is just to correct me. But at the same time, I appreciate it because it's information for everybody. But anyway, this is a good album. And this is the last thing that I played. Yesterday would have been Bob Marley's birthday, so played Rastaman Vibration. I love Bob Marley. It took me a long time to come around to him, but I just, part of my saga of denial regarding roots. And when it hit me, Bob Marley is just one of the greatest. One of the greatest. Okay, I'm going to stop there, people. Thanks again. I really am number 3 in Nebraska right now on Bandcamp. #3 bestseller. It's probably going to be gone later today, but I'm saying it now because for a whole day, and Bandcamp is one of those places that people are doing music through. You know, I'm doing better than Connor Oberst and Bright Eyes and David Nance and no, not David is #1 right now actually, with his Devo covers thing that he's a part of. Anyway, I'm really enjoying it. It's meaningless, but it's what it means to me, and that's all that cares. So I share it with you. Oh, last thing I'll say is I noticed that Jonas Samuelson, VC member for 10 years, just made a video celebrating 10 years. I hardly watch Jonas, but he's someone I started out watching pretty regular, and watched his collection is just grown. It's amazing. He's a very cool person. So I just want to shout out to Jonas Samuelson and congratulations on 10 years. And if you did another milestone with subscribers, I missed it, but Jonas is cool. All right, y'all, take care.